I feel. I love and enjoy my body. I have healthy boundaries. I am passionate. My sexuality is sacred. I am at peace. I feel. I love and enjoy my body. I have healthy boundaries. I am passionate. My sexuality is sacred. I am at peace. I feel. I love and enjoy my body. I have healthy boundaries. I am passionate. My sexuality is sacred. I am at peace. The world of Pluto. Pluto rules over Scorpio. Pluto remains in our zodiac sign for 12 to 15 years. Pluto affects transformation, power, death, rebirth, and evolution. In the Roman pantheon, Pluto is the god of the underworld. Now, Pluto affects transformation, power, death, rebirth, and evolution. Do not take these words verbatim. We are as above as we can get, if that makes sense. When we started our planetary journey, we started with the sun going to Mercury, visiting Venus, into Mars, into Jupiter, through Saturn, into Uranus, through dreamy, intuitive Neptune, and now we are standing firmly on Pluto. Do not take any of those words lightly. Transformation, both physical and spiritual. Power, both physical and spiritual. Death, both physical and spiritual. Rebirth, spiritual. Evolution, both physical and spiritual. Pluto is that one planet that I do not play around with. Pluto is great grandpa. That is Pluto. Pluto is great grandpa. Pluto was around when the gods knew who they were. But they've forgotten now because the generations have gotten more immature over the years. And from Pluto's eyes, the immaturity has affected the gods, if that makes sense. If that makes sense, you will understand Pluto going forward. Pluto is the energy of transformation and change. If you're looking to change anything in your life, find where Pluto rules in your natal chart. Remember, Pluto is the native ruler of Scorpio. Scorpio representing the solar plexus chakra, which is your will, your ability to express yourself freely in this three-dimensional realm, and with Pluto in the astral realm as well. Pluto is that energy that helps you in understanding your ability to constantly reinvent yourself. You will cut your hair, grow it, color it, streak it, always changing, always transforming. You will fall, you will get back up. That is Pluto. You scrape your knee, keep it going. That is Pluto. You get hit with the ball, you learn how to catch. That is Pluto. Pluto is such a powerful energy. It's an energy that is always causing new beginnings in your life. It's all I could think about is great great grandpa. Like it's that energy that when it is present, you know Pluto's here. Like, oh gosh, great great grandpa is visiting. Yes, great great grandpa is visiting. You know authority is here, change is here. And Pluto has a bad rap for its association with, undisciplined. No offense to any Scorpions listening, but undisciplined, self-indulging Scorpio. However, Pluto has a way of using all of the information it gains from its ruling sign of Scorpio and reforming your life for the better. So, for example, everything that Scorpio exhibits, Pluto will use that to form and change your life, if that makes sense. Pluto is a truth seeker. Pluto seeks to know both the real and the fantasy, which is why in the beginning I said we are as above as we can get. We are there. Like, with Pluto, we're now astral planing. You are having an out of body experience. Welcome. That's Pluto. Now, Pluto can be on a negative side, very obsessive, very stubborn, and inflexible. I just had a thought. Pluto should have ruled over Taurus, and then Venus should have ruled over Scorpio. Because I think Pluto would have enjoyed a child like Taurus with all these fundamental attributes. Plutorians have intense personalities, which is not a surprise because Scorpio is the god of intensity. Scorpions are known for being the movers and shakers of intensity. In each rulership, transformation is only experienced through some form of death. Death is not always physical death. Death is just an ending of one process to transform or begin a new process. So the life of Pluto is death, transform, rebirth, power, evolve. If you're looking to cultivate the energy of Pluto, you must experience death. Remember, if you listen to my Venus recording, I express how in this present moment of 2019, I've literally lost everything that I ever owned outside of the clothes on my back. That is the death of Pluto, meeting the material lessons of Venus. If that makes sense. That is death. The end of one process to transform and be reborn under another. It's hard. Pluto is not an easy teacher. Pluto is the one with the whip or the ruler in his hand, and he's ready to just... He's ready. Because you will learn that lesson and you will succeed. Pluto will drag you to success. Like, Pluto does not play. Pluto is intolerant in some ways because there's lessons to be learned. And there's no greater, prouder ruler than Pluto when you've learned such lessons. Remember, Pluto is the god of the underworld. I forgot his name. The equivalent to the god of the underworld in the Greek pantheon is Hades. And if you've ever studied the Greek pantheons, you know Hades was tricked to become the god of the underworld. It wasn't a choice. But Hades, who is also called Pluto or Pluton, is the wealthy one, the giver of wealth. So you can understand what I meant when I said, now when I said what I said regarding Venus and my lesson right now in Venus and Pluto, I just looked this up, guys. I had not even known this. It just was intuitive. I feel within myself like there's a lesson I have to learn that I'm not learning, and therefore everything that I've ever owned has been taken away from me. So my career, my vehicle, like everything that I've ever owned, everything that I've ever treasured, has, this is my possession, my belonging, has all been taken away from me. So to see now that Pluto, the Greek god Hades, is the wealthy one, the giver of wealth, the unseen one, and Pluto in the Roman pantheon, in the Roman pantheon is also known as the giver of gold and silver, of gifts. So you can understand what I mean by that. Like, we may curse Pluto, we may stomp our feet as spoiled children. How could you? How dare you? But at the end of the day, there is a prize that Pluto is just holding, waiting for you to earn, if that makes sense. There is a reward that Pluto is waiting for you to earn. And when you earn that reward, oh my God, like, come on. Pluto and Venus, Jupiter and Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Mars, Venus, Mercury. Imagine one who learns all of their lessons. Your life, whatever's left of it, will forever be blessed, will forever be abundant, will forever be in favor of. So as you listen to my recordings, you will find that they're not simply recordings of facts. I connect. I do my best. That's why I always put at the end, this is for personal use only, because I connect as above, so below. I connect my world with the upper world, the astral world, my spirit with my consciousness. And I would hope you can do the same, because it's magical when you really see the big picture. And what makes it so magical is because it's humanity's story. If you connected every human around the world with one another, there's 12 zodiac, the sun, the moon, the planets, the chakras. It's man, in my opinion, meaning consciousness, the mind. It's our journey, it's our story, our collective story to spirit. It's our way of learning who we are, connecting with whom we are. It's our way of going from the primate species that hit that first coconut. Let's just use that for example. Hit that first coconut with a rock and discovered, oh my God, I just made a tool. It's the same journey. If that makes sense, it's the same journey we're on. Like, the most fascinating and beautiful thing about it is there's so many versions of us nowadays. You have the African, the Asian, the Indian, the Anglo-Saxon, the natives. There's so many versions of us now, But it's still the same thing. It's still consciousness bringing itself back to spirit, to the originality of whom we are. So I hope this helped. I find myself like sharing more than I want to, but I really hope this helped because Pluto is magical. Hades is not to be feared as much as most people think. You shouldn't fear as much as you think. You should learn. You should learn the lesson. So we're going to review the moon, and then that will be the closing of our planetary travel.